This is the all-new Genesis G80, the newest and most luxurious sedan to come out of Korea, and with a price tag of just 269,000 dirhams, it is bound to impress you. In fact, it is so good that it makes competitors like the Cadillac CT5, Lexus GS and Lincoln Continental feel like they belong to a previous era. Let's jump right in and let me show you why. Now, before I begin talking about the engine and how the car drives, let me give you a short brief about the brand. Just how Lexus is Toyota's luxury division and Lincoln is Ford's luxury division, Genesis is Hyundai's luxury division, and so there are a few elements shared between both brands. Having said that, Genesis is a relatively new brand trying to compete in the luxury car space, and so they haven't held back, and their efforts have definitely paid off with the G80. Under the hood sits a 3.5-litre turbocharged V6 that produces 375 horsepower and 530 Newton meters of torque. All that power is pushed through an 8-speed automatic transmission that is controlled from a beautiful glass rotary controller and sent to all 4 wheels. Although the numbers are incredible, the G80 is not one to deliver tire-screeching performance. Instead, it has been tuned to deliver more of a luxurious drive as opposed to a sporty one. With double-jointed soundproof glass, the cabin is very quiet with very little road or wind noise seeping in. But if there is one particular aspect that deserves a special mention, it would have to be the suspension. Of course, it is extremely comfortable and great at absorbing bumps in the road, but what makes it unique is that it is an electronic suspension that reacts to inputs from a camera mounted in the windscreen. If the camera senses a speed breaker coming up, it automatically softens the suspension so that occupants inside the car feel as little as possible. Just like a modern-day Hyundai, the G80 has all the safety tech you would ever want or need. It has lane change cameras that pop up in the instrument cluster. It has adaptive cruise control with forward collision avoidance. It has lane keeping assist. It has blind spot monitoring, and it has rear cross-traffic alert. Essentially, the G80 has all the tech it needs to drive itself. And oh yeah, it does a great job doing it as well. When it comes to the interior, the design is truly minimal, giving you the impression of a vast open space. The colors are very different with dark blue and brown leather, but it is the quality that really makes the G80 stand out. There's real open-pore wood on the dashboard and center console. There's metal on the stalks and the window switches, and the leather that covers nearly every inch of the cabin is real Napa. The minimal design is made possible by a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster display that is fully customizable, a 14.5-inch touch infotainment screen, and a separate touchscreen for the climate control system. What this enables is for you to control multiple functions from one screen itself, rather than having 10 or 12 buttons to control the climate system. Being a luxury sedan, Genesis has paid special attention to the back seats, and so there's plenty of headroom and legroom, and of course, it's extremely comfortable. There's privacy shades on either sides, 9.2-inch monitors that can be tilted to suit your viewing angle, and a center console with many more controls that let you slide the seats forwards and backwards, heat and cool them, and even control the rear privacy shade. Packed to the brim with features, the G80 really does have every feature imaginable and then some more. It's got a panoramic roof, soft closing doors, an 18-speaker Lexicon sound system, a massage seat for the driver, handwriting recognition, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and a heads-up display. But you've probably seen or heard all those features in other cars too. What makes the G80 truly stand out is its navigation system. Unlike other cars that just put up a map on the infotainment screen, the G80 uses a camera mounted to the windscreen to show you in real time which lane to be in and what exit to take. It's unlike anything I have ever seen before. Those of you who have watched our Hyundai Azera video will remember the Sounds of Nature feature. And yes, it does make its way into the G80 as well. To help you de-stress and relax after a long day at work, the G80 will play you soothing sounds such as that of a lively forest or a warm fireplace. Just make sure you don't listen to the sound of raindrops on a long road trip, or you're going to have to keep stopping to use the washroom. When it comes to the design, you're either going to love it or hate it. And that's probably because the G80 does not look like anything else out there. Unlike many modern luxury sedans that seem to be over-styled with unnecessary lines, vents and bulges, the G80 has a very clean and minimal design to it. The large crest grille is inspired by the brand's logo. The stacked LED headlights are a signature design element that start out in the front, continue along the sides and into the tail lights as well. And the 19-inch alloy wheels, well, those are a bit of an acquired taste, but they've definitely taken inspiration from Mercedes' Maybach lineup. In the back, the fastback design of the G80 is most noticeable with a steeply raked windscreen. The sharp edges on the boot lid do give it somewhat of a lip spoiler, and the dual exhausts that stick out of the bumper are both functional. The boot can be operated from the key fob or from a button hidden above the rear camera, and boot space is plenty thanks to a wide and deep opening. At the start of this review, I said that the Genesis G80 is so good that it makes its competitors look like they belong to a previous era. With a price tag of just 269,000 dirhams, the G80 is definitely a car for those who wish to stand out and experience luxury in a new light. But what it also is a real wake-up call to its Japanese and American competitors, because believe me when I say this, the Koreans have arrived. Thanks for watching.